Okay, so I've been messing around with some blocks here in order to maybe make things go a little quicker that I wanted to show you. So here I have a typical speaker strobe block that we use on our drawings, and seemingly they are both the same, but I wanted to show you what we have as far as dynamic blocks and just plain old MyTech blocks. So this is a speaker strobe that we use as a MyTech block that gives us all of our information: strobe, speaker circuit, strobe circuit, and then our decibels. And you can see here in our properties they're all they're listed, and we can change them to whatever we need, and it translates to the block. So the nice thing is that everything's there. We can move it. It's related to the block, and it's associated as such. So here I've been messing around with that block in order to make it a little simpler, maybe. I'll show you guys and you can decide for yourself. So one thing you'll notice is that there's the little grip points here, the little squares. I got one grip point here versus each of these text items have their own grip point. So moving them and aligning them can kind of be tedious when we have a job with a bunch of them and there's furniture on the floor plan that's in the way or whatever. So here they move all as one. So you grab it, move it, do what you need to, and then go on. Here we can see they're the same. You can edit them here in the properties menu, or similarly if you double click on it you can change whatever you need here. You can check the width. Everything here is the same as in the other block. It's just now it's all one point to grab versus each text line is its own grip point. Additionally, say we have a wall, and these are just sketches that are easy enough to do quickly. So typically we'll have a device, we'll put it on a wall, we'll align our attributes accordingly and make it look nice, but unless we have this block saved in every orientation, when we rotate it, our device is facing the right way, but now all of our text is 90 degrees from what it should be. So I address that by, I'll show you that one little feature here in a minute, but with this dynamic block, this circular grip point allows you to rotate just the block itself. So we can rotate the block anywhere we need to. The text stays the same, and we can move it easily and go from there. So that's kind of a little cheap way to do it and a little quicker than having to keep 4 separate blocks, or in the event that you have a weird 45-degree wall, then you got to keep 8 separate blocks for those directions. But in this way you just rotate the block to match, and voila. Another neat thing here is, if we have it in this orientation where now the text is kind of blocked or overlapping the wall, and we want it to really be here, but just for looks we want everything to be left justified instead of right justified. I've created an arrow that'll flip the text from one side to another, so now we can left justify it. It looks fine, and this arrow should move with this grip point. That's something I'll look at fixing, but that is that. The one final feature here to to even make aligning your block to a wall easier, let me show you a neat trick here. So we got our block, it's in the orientation north-south, so instead of using the move command, this little pentagon shape here, if we click it, it moves, but the neat part about it is it aligns the block to the line that you're connecting it to. So if we put it here, you can see whatever side you come to, it flips it to the other side, but we can orient it to the wall, flip it on either side, and even on the circle you can see that it runs tangentially to the circle. So it'll align it any orientation we need it to, and any kind of crazy angle walls that we run into every once in a great while. This kind of makes placing the block a lot easier. And just to get a weird, crazy looking block. So see, now our text is upside down and it's just a mess. If we flip it and then rotate it, we can easily keep our attributes much more well organized in any way we want, any form, and thinking about making life easier here. This block, this dynamic block can be exploded. So if I just explode, I'll show you that our little box here. So we explode it, it tells us all of our attributes, what they were. But if we do a burst, we can burst the block but maintain whatever the attributes were assigned to. So I know I use this every once in a while, say when I need to put a device in a hallway and I need certain things on one side and certain on the other just to squeeze it in there. So it behaves just like a block, except it's a little bit more intelligent and a little easier to deal with. So I've just been kind of messing around with this. Maybe if you guys like it, we can go through and adjust all of the horn strobes and panels, whatever you think make life easier doing the CAD stuff. Hopefully you like it. Maybe we can make some more, and I'll continue to mess around and fix some little things here, like get this arrow to move with the actual text so it's always near it and doesn't start to stray away as the manipulation of the block goes. Alright, well, hopefully you guys like it, and we'll talk to you later.